back again. This time I have a whole bunch of books that I want to show you guys. I'm going to break this up into multiple videos. It will probably end up being 3 videos, maybe 4, depending on how quickly I can get through these and how much I end up rambling. So the first books I'm going to show you I'm really excited about, which is why they're first, are book 3 and 4 in the Red Sonja series, which is a sword and sorcery style fantasy spin-off from the Conan the Cimarron Barbarian stories that were written by Robert E. Howard. But anyways, yeah, this is Red Sonja. She's like the female version of Conan, essentially. And I started collecting these a while back. I have books 1 and 2. Now I have 3 and 4, and I'm very excited about it. Book 3 is When Hell Laughs, and they're all written by the same authors, David C. Smith and Richard L. Turney. Look at these covers. I am so crazy about these covers. They're nice, right? I'll show you this, but I knew there's a sticker on there I'll have to remove. And the back. And then the 4th one is called Endethor's Daughter. Pretty. Love it. Just love it. Yeah. Back. Yeah. Really excited about those. And then the next one is Midworld by Alan Dean Foster. And my understanding is it's about a 2-dimensional world. I'm not going to read the synopsis because I kind of want to surprise myself. But the reason I bought this is because Todd over at Todd the Librarian, this is his favorite book. And I've heard him talk about it on his channel. And so I decided I had to read it just to see what all of his fuss is about. Science fiction, of course. And then I have 2001 A Space Odyssey by Arthur C. Clarke. I don't particularly like this mass market paperback edition, so in the future I'm going to be on a lookout for a hardback or a trade paperback that I do like, but I couldn't find one that I liked, so I just got this one. It's fine. And I've never read the story before, and I really want to. I've seen the movie several times, but I've never read the actual book, so I thought it is way past time that I do that. Okay, and then the next books I have to show you are kind of funny because Clive Barker is really well known for all of his horror fiction. If you don't know who he is, which I'm sure you do, he was the person responsible for Hellraiser and a bunch of others that I can't remember right at the moment because horror was never my thing until this last year, or at least in books, you know. But as it turns out, he wrote some fantasy. I was shocked. And I am really curious about what kind of fantasy he possibly could have written. So, and it's a duology. I picked it up, and it's called, the first one is Imagica, and then book 2 is Imagica the Reconciliation. There are the covers. You see those? Yep. Spines. And then Clive Barker on the back of both of them. Yeah, so I'm kind of excited to read these. I'm really super curious more than anything. And then the next book that I got is Solaris by Stanislaw Lem. I believe this was a movie with George Clooney in it. I think I may have seen the movie, but this book is about a psychiatrist who goes up to a space station and all the astronauts there are suffering from some kind of hallucinations, and he's trying to figure that out, and while he's there he starts suffering from the same kind of hallucinations. So I thought this sounded really good, like a really good premise. I'm pretty sure I saw the movie though. After I got the book, I was like, you know, this sounds really familiar. Then the next book I have is The Wasp Factory by Ian Banks, which is horror. And apparently it's pretty disturbing horror. I saw BookTube Goddess talk about this, and if you're not familiar with BookTube, you should definitely watch him, and I'll put his channel link down in the description. With Todd's too. I'll have Todd's down there as well. But anyways, he said that he could not decide how he felt about this book because it was so disturbing. And I'm all about disturbing books. If I walk away from a book being shocked and having no idea how I should feel, it was my kind of book. So that definitely made it a must read for me. So I picked it up, and look, it's really thin. So it'll be a quick read. The next one I got, I can't remember I saw this. I didn't see it on BookTube, but I just saw it kind of around somewhere. And I thought it sounded unbelievably hilarious and so much fun. And it is called Earthworm Gods by Brian Keene. Look at this cover too. I love it. Love the cover. This actually has a sequel. So if I like this, I'm going to pick up the sequel too. It might be a well-known book because on the back it says The Cult Classic Returns. I've never heard of it. But yeah, I'm really interested. If you've read this book, let me know what you thought of it. I probably will be a while before I get to it, but I'm really curious. And then let's see, the next books I have to show you are books. Which books are they? 4, 5, and 7 of the Barsoom series. Thuvia, Maid of Mars, the Chessman of Mars, and the Fighting Man of Mars. I'll give you a better look at the covers. And this is the John Carter series, the Barsoom series, John Carter. And I read The Princess of Mars a while back, and The Gods of Mars, which was book 2. Absolutely crazy about the series. I never did buy the rest of the books. And I'm missing book 6 in this particular series because I waited too long to order them. So book 6 is apparently sold out. It's not even available. It doesn't even say, you know, temporarily out of stock. It's just literally taken down completely off of Amazon. So I'm really sad about that. I got around on Amazon and I did find a book 6 that looked like it'll be a close match with the ones that I purchased. They're by a publishing company, probably a small independent one called Ostrich. The one that I bought, I can't remember who published that one, but it looks like it might be a close match for these. So we'll see when I get it. I'm really mad at myself for waiting so long to buy the rest of this series. I do plan to finish these sometime this year. I wish I had somebody to buddy read those with. These were originally supposed to be read for a read-along called Marsathon, but I don't know what happened to it, but they quit doing that. So yeah, and I'll have to read them all by my lonesome. The next book I have is called Relic. Oh, also by Alan Dean Foster. I didn't even realize that's the same author who wrote Midworld. Interesting that I would pick those up so close together. I can't remember what this one... Oh yeah, I do too remember what this one is about. So this is about apparently in the far future where humans are extinct and there is one male survivor and some aliens find him and sort of treat him like he's a curiosity, you know. He's watched and pondered over and things like that. And what happens? Let's see. What was the thing that happened? Apparently he goes on some kind of a journey to find Earth. So you can't really beat that, right? The next book I bought, you guys are probably going to laugh at me, is Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer, which is the version of Twilight that is seen through Edward's eyes. Now, I was not super into Twilight. My mother was super into Twilight. I mean to tell you, she stood outside the movie theater at midnight, dressed in her Twilight gear to watch like the premiere, the early premiere of, I think it was Total Eclipse or whatever that one is called. And oh my gosh, I have made so much fun of her for being so into Twilight. I think it's so funny. But you know, good for her. We got to be passionate about something, right? No, she's not really into Twilight now, but she was for quite a period of time. So anyways, I thought it would be fun to buddy read this with my mom. She didn't even realize that Stephanie Meyer had published a version of Twilight that was from Edward's point of view. So we're going to buddy read this probably next month. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that with her. Okay, so we're going to call that good on this particular video because where am I at? I'm at about 10 minutes. So I'm just going to leave that one there and I'll make a couple more videos with my other book hauls.